Yeah, actually, this isn't me. This is AI. So I'm not sure what AI put in here. Let's see. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, if you're not familiar, or what was her name? Like female Deadpool, Mrs. Deadpool,
Lady Deadpool.
Lady Deadpool.
Lady Deadpool.
So she did a movie entitled "It Ends with Us." I did not watch it because it seemed like a very sad, depressing movie about domestic violence. However, I recently found out that there's a lot of on-set drama to kind of unpack about this, which is kind of insane.
And now lawsuits.
And now lawsuits from both sides. It's really kind of crazy. Um, So I'm gonna try to like walk us through a little bit of what we currently know. Um, so at the very beginning, Blake filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department claiming that her co-star invaded her privacy, entering her makeup trailer uninvited while she was undressed. He also supposedly pressured her into trying to lose
She had
lose
just had a
weight.
baby.
Yeah, she just had a baby. He evidently was trying to make her like lose weight. Um, don't really know. This is really kind of interesting. Her co-star, I do not know how to pronounce his name. Baldoni?
Yeah, Justin Baldoni.
Um, he was dropped by his talent agency. And then also Vital Voices, a nonprofit that focuses on empowering women, rescinded an award it gave to him, who has made a career expressing his support of women's stories and co-hosted a podcast. We're not going to kind of get into that, but supposedly he had a podcast. He kind of wanted to kind of promote women and their stories.
Mm-hmm.
He won an award on it, and then they took that award back because of these allegations. Um, and then it just like keeps piling on. Then he was sued by his ex um, publicist over an alleged conspiracy to discredit her and steal her clients, right? I don't really know. Then, then Blake formally filed a lawsuit in New York federal court against him. Um, let's see here.
Then he filed the libel lawsuit against the New York Times for their
Yeah,
reporting
then
on the story.
yeah, he filed a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times. Um, and then that's when he started fighting back. He stated he was going to sue Blake into oblivion, um, and kind of accused her of multiple allegations. Um, I don't know. Long story short, in 2026, March 9th, we're actually going to see a trial date. This is going to be very interesting. I think basically this is a very classic tale of a woman kind of speaks out of sexual harassment, and then like the male starts kind of firing back. But my question is this going to be like the new? I know it's not going to be as big because her co-star is not really that well known, but is this going to be like the next Amber Heard Johnny Depp case?
No, because it's not like they were married, right? Johnny Depp and Amber
True.
Heard were married, and that one was whoo-hoo. Um, so the reason,
Yeah.
like, I had tagged this story a while ago, and we didn't do it on the show because I wasn't sure about this story. And the reason that I wasn't sure about the story was because the drama had started right before the movie came out. Was that when they were doing press tours and stuff, the press started getting word that something weird was happening based on the based on what was going on with the It Ends With Us. And the
Mhm.
rumors that were coming out at the time was that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, because Justin Baldoni directed this as well, right? He wasn't just in it, he directed the film, was that they had basically taken over post production and shut him out, right? And that there was a whole big thing with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively on one side and uh and Justin Baldoni on the other. Um, so this is before all the other stuff, came out. Um, I don't know, and I didn't know what to make of it at the time, right? And then
Yeah.
obviously all the damn lawsuits started getting filed, first by Blake Lively and then by him. So do I think this is another Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation? No. What I'll be honest. I've read both civil complaints,
Oh wow.
to include the text messages that were released and stuff like that. You want my honest opinion?
100%.
I think this
Fire
is
away.
two shitty people
Mm.
who were doing shitty things to one another. Right? My wife knows this. Like, there's a whole genre of TV shows that I call rich people doing shitty things to each other. Right? Okay? Like, and that's like, is like Succession and stuff like that. Yellowstone. I'm like, look, rich people doing shitty things to each other. Woohoo! Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're doing shitty things to each other.
Yeah.
I love Ryan Reynolds movies.
I do. Yeah.
But there is a portion of Ryan Reynolds that reminds me of people that I have known in real life when I see interviews with him. And I don't want to say it sets off the hairs on the back of my neck where I'm like, I know people like you, right?
Yeah.
You're extremely charismatic. Everybody wants to like you, but there is something just under the surface that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to make of this lawsuit on either side. And so again, my honest opinion, it's two rich shitty people doing rich shitty things to one another, right?
And I mean, I would say that was also Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. My takeaway from it
Yep.
was they were both rich people doing shitty things to each other, and it got kind of out of hand. Yes, they're not married, but I don't know. This is interesting. Uh,
I think it's going to be interesting to see once it gets to court.
yes.
But I won't be surprised if this goes away. I will not be shocked, right? If all of a sudden both cases are dropped and there is a quiet settlement with nothing disclosed,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Like, if that story was to come, if Deadline was to come out tomorrow and be like, both cases have been settled out of court with terms undisclosed, I I I won't be shocked. Like, I will not be surprised. Right? This just feels ugly and messy.
Yeah.
Why did you
But
clock this story for the rundown today? I guess that's what I'm curious about. Like, what grabbed you about this?
yeah. First of all, I would just want to like shout out. So Logan, love you too. Um, she said, "Hey guys, love your insights." Um, let's see here. So Canada Dry 86 stated that she never. So she said that she read the book, but she never saw the movie. Um, she's not a great person. One, evidently she romanticizes abuse, and it's icky. Two, her son was accused of sexual harassment, and
But I
she
think
tried
she's
to
talking
sweep
about
it
the,
under
the
the rug.
author of the book that the movie was
Yes,
based on.
author of the book.
Yeah.
Um, very interesting there. It's see, that's like I don't know. That's so one, to answer your question, Alex, one, I recently just heard about it for the first time, and I think it was the actually setting of the court um I don't know, the date of the court case next year. That I actually heard about it. And I was like, wait, what is this? And I started looking into it. And it was the interesting thing of a movie about domestic abuse has a sexual harassment lawsuit slash defamation lawsuit. And then now I guess, Canada Dry 86 is pointing out that the author tried to sweep up sexual harassment under the rug. This whole story is just like really interesting how a movie could go from, hey, this is a movie about
We're trying to, yeah,
domestic abuse,
we're trying to highlight domestic abuse and things and make it better. Yeah.
but then it like spawns sexual abuse. Like I don't, oh God. I don't know. It's very ironic, I guess,
Like,
in a very sad way.
it's, it really is fucking strange. It's really, really
Yeah.
strange. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the story. If you guys like this story, leave it down in the comments. Tell us if you want us to keep talking about topics like this. Again, I'd clocked this one a while ago. But again, this one's so weird and messy. And it's like, well, I released these text messages. Well, I released these ones. And it's like, it's funny how each of you is
Yeah.
releasing different sets of messages that each of you have, but the other one didn't release the same one. Like, something about this is clocking weird to me. Anyway, let us know what you think down in the comments below about this whole situation. Yeah.